If you've ever thought, I'm trying so hard, but I keep slipping back, or I feel excited one moment and then full of doubt the next, then this is going to be for you. Have you ever felt this? You get clear on what you want, you visualize it, you feel excited, and then one thought creeps in. What if this isn't meant for me? What if I fail again? What if this just isn't who I am? And just like that, your energy drops, your vibration feels out of alignment, and suddenly your manifesting feels like it's going from ground zero again. Here's the truth that most people fail to realize. Your brain isn't wired naturally for success and growth. It's wired for safety. And when you learn that truth, and when you learn how to manage that brain response, your manifesting will change forever. So in this video, we are going to cover 3 things. One, why it is that your brain fights change so aggressively. How your brain needs to be rewired to retrain and realign with your highest vibration. And we're going to go over 3 things that you can do quickly and easily from today to start to manage the most important part of your manifestation process, your mind. Okay, so why does your brain fight change? Well, we need to take a little history lesson here, and that our brains have been naturally wired to keep us safe. And it's been that way since we lived in caves, since we quite literally were fending off predators every single day. And so safety has become our default mechanism for survival. And even though we've evolved as a species in many ways, good, and sometimes you could argue not so good, one thing that has rewired, or never really been rewired rather, is our brain's natural instinct for safety. So what does that mean? Well, safe means things like familiar, predictable, known. And that's really key, because even what's familiar isn't necessarily what you actually want, it's just what your brain by default thinks is what's keeping you safe. Neuroscientists have actually linked this specifically to the amygdala. The amygdala is the part of your brain that actually responds to perceived threats. And that's the filtering mechanism that says, this experience, this thing, this thought, is it going to trigger this response? Or is it going to trigger this response? And those are 2 very, very different responses, one around safety, one around danger. And it does quite literally work in that binary way. So when you're starting to visualize a new life, more abundance, more confidence, love, money, whatever it is that you desire, your subconscious is going, hold on, this isn't feeling natural, this isn't feeling normal, this isn't feeling familiar. And so what happens? It kicks you into fight or flight mode again. The amygdala is quite literally working here to go, we're going to put this in the unfamiliar box. And the unfamiliar box immediately raises all of this doubt, all of this energetic connection that actually doesn't serve your highest vibration. And that's so important for you to know, because once you know that the feelings of doubt, feelings of lack, feelings of unconfidence, the feelings that you can't and won't do this, that's the part of the brain that is creating that response, because what you're trying to manifest feels unfamiliar, it feels unsafe. This isn't because your manifestation has gone wrong, it's just that your identity hasn't caught up yet. Once your identity catches up with your nervous system, the belief becomes ingrained throughout your whole experience of life. It means your nervous system is creating and realigning to a new version of reality for you. Your brain resists your manifestation for one core truth. It's loyal to who you've been, not who you're becoming. And as you know, if you've always been the struggler, then abundance feels unfamiliar. If you've always been the giver, then receiving feels unsafe. And so manifestation doesn't come from forcing belief. It comes from identity alignment. So how are you going to do this? So instead of asking, how do I make this happen? You're going to ask, how do I become the version of me that already has it, and therefore already feels it deeply. So there are three powerful ways that you're going to rewire every time you feel this doubt, this unfamiliarity, now that you know where it's coming from. The first thing you're going to do, normalize it. Resistance is normal. Don't fear it. In fact, embrace it. Understand when you're feeling that feel, where it's coming from. Normalize that it's going to happen, particularly at the start of your manifesting journey, where your body, your nervous system, your mind just doesn't know any better. So most people try and eliminate doubt, but really the key is to normalize it. So when your brain says, this feels unrealistic, this feels unfamiliar, I suddenly feel tighter, I suddenly feel like there's something I might fail at again and again. Instead of arguing with it, just try this. Just try, place a hand on your chest. Do it right now. Take a deep breath in. Say, of course this feels unfamiliar because I'm becoming a new, better version of me. This way you're speaking to yourself kindly. You're speaking to yourself with understanding of not just who you are now, but who you are becoming. You're recognizing your own brain's patterns. And that immediate moment will calm the nervous system down and realign to where you're going. Tip 2, make the future feel familiar. So your subconscious learns through repetition. It learns through emotion, not through logic. As you know, your subconscious is the engine of your manifestation. And so instead of just visualizing the outcome, start to embody the identity. That's why what we do at Manifestation Pulse is identity transformation. It's all of those habits, all of those routines, all of those energetic connections to that new you, because it is identity transformation that gets you to quantum leap in your manifesting. So what does that mean? So think about the person that already has it. What do they think? What are some of those habits that they ingrain? How do they wake up in the morning? What do they do during the day? Are they scrolling through social media? Or actually, are they spending that half hour reading something instead? How are they bettering themselves? How are they growing? Do they keep ordering takeouts? Or actually, are they making more of an effort to make more nutritious food for themselves and those around them? So how they make decisions, how they set boundaries, how they speak to themselves, how they expect good things, you have to keep anchoring back to that person. So again, you don't need a new life. You need a new self-concept. And that's what's so key in all of this. Tip 3, shift from trying to trusting. Trying means you never have it. You're always in a journey of trying to get somewhere. Trying says, I need to try and control this as much as possible. Trusting says, I already have it. It may not be in my physical reality, in my 3D at this very moment in time, but I know it's coming. I know it's mine. I trust in who I am, in my new identity. Now that's so important because you're not asking yourself, is it here yet? When are we getting there? When are we getting there? No, you're going, it's coming. I trust myself. I trust the universe. I trust my new identity that it's coming. I may not be in control of all the precise steps, nor would I want to be, because part of the fascination of the journey of your manifesting is enjoying the process, is enjoying the journey, because some of that journey is preparing you for who that person is as well. There may still be some lessons that you need to intuitively connect with. So trying is lack. Trusting is real embodiment. So my challenge to you is, what are those elements of trust that you can start to ingrain? What is that feeling? How can you do that? Is it an affirmation in the morning or afternoon? Is it a meditation? Is it something, a symbol, something that you hold, something that you can see, a piece of evidence maybe, where trust is ingrained and a small step is clear to you that you are going onto that path? Let me know what you think in the comments. Why do you think you are being resisted from your manifestation? Let's crack this together. I know you've got the power. I'm rooting for you always. I'm also going to link our 2 free ebooks in this video. There's 100 gratitude prompts to get your brain and you thinking in different ways about your highest vibration of gratitude. And also our newest ebook, Affirm Like a Boss, which is our coaching technique that we teach to clients all about how to affirm. So you're not just saying the words, you're embodying the belief. Have fun.